Good morning, and welcome to my garage where I'm still working out in this space, but now it's basically winter. We're in the middle of October, and it is like 40 degrees, and I still don't have any heating in my garage as of yet. After today, I'm actually planning on going out and getting a garage space heater so I can make sure that the room is nice and warm for when I work out. But now, as you can see, I'm dressed a little bit in my hoodie, getting some sweatpants on. These are actually Pete pajamas, just so I could stay warm while I'm working out, because it's kind of cold in here. Though generally after I'm a couple of sets in, I'm nice and warmed up and ready to go. But as for what we're working today, so I'm going to be doing a lot of overhead stuff, mostly because I have two overhead events that are going to be going on in my next contest. One is a maximum log, and the other is going to be a Viking Press for repetitions. So I need to make sure that I am good at both of these. So for today, at least during my garage lifting, I'm going to be doing the log, and I'm going to be doing military presses so I can help build a shoulder strength as an accessory. And I'll do the Viking press over on a second day over at the Pit Gym in Eatontown. Mostly because I don't actually own a Viking press implement, and they do have one that I could set up over at a power rack there. So doing overhead pressing today, and I'll be doing overhead pressing in a couple of days from now, and I'll jump the video over to that one when I get over to the second day. But first, let's get a couple of log presses in there just so I can make sure that I'm getting nice overhead stuff, and hopefully I'll be warmed up after a couple of sets and can take this off. My plan for today is get a good couple of warm-up sets in and work my way over to maybe 3 sets of 205 pounds for my overhead log press. And that should be pretty good. See, my max log that I've ever done in contest before I tweaked my knee out last time I tried to do it was 215 pounds. I know I have more than that in me, but you know, sometimes you tweak something out during a contest and you gotta work with it, but that's fine. So 205 is a good number to work with on a triple. I'm like almost 2 months out, so like I've got more than enough time to get that number up. Oh yeah, I'm also coming back from being sick. I was pretty much like couch sick for like a couple of days in a row. I couldn't even do a single chin up or pull up or anything like that, or even a face pull with my bands. That's how bad I was for a couple of days. And then I tried to work out yesterday over at the gym, and I was moving, but I wasn't moving well. So today is the first time I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, I can breathe today. So I was pretty happy about that. So that means that today means that my gain should be back. Hopefully, we'll see. I'm still a little sniffly though. We still gotta move. So finish getting dressed, start getting my log out, and start doing some movements.
So first we'll need to make sure to get the garage space itself set up for our overhead pressing. For the log, we need to put some drop pads down because, well, we have to drop this whole heavy log right onto the ground. I don't want to crush my feet with it. And we'll set up the J-hooks for the military press on my squat rack. And from there, we'll just get a couple of warm-ups in there, just making sure that I can rep everything out a little bit, just get the body nice and moving. Just kind of dynamic stretching, if you will. Just do the movement that I need to do, and then start moving on over towards the next one with a couple of other accessories in between.
Oh yeah, big time-saving technique that I've been using, especially for the last couple of months. I generally have two major movements that occur during my workouts. Today, the two major movements are going to be the log press and what will be the military press that I've set up over there. So what I'll do is I'll actually set up both implements that I'll be using, and I start warming up using both of them. And by the time I get to my main workout, which is going to be the log press first, I'll be fully warmed up and ready to go with some weights already put onto the military press itself. So I can basically do my working set over here, be done with my working set, and then move right to the military set afterwards, and then just start going through there. And I'm still putting away the implement during my resting of the military presses, and that I've found that saves a lot of time on me, because I've been spending way too much time just like sitting around doing nothing while trying to clean up and trying to warm up and everything. I'm like, well, if I just warm up with both implements, that saves me a bit of time. So y'all can try that out and see if it works out for you.
Now from here we start adding some weight over to the implements itself. Generally speaking, I'll do 2 or 3 warm-up sets of each exercise that I'm planning on doing. The two major ones here, which is the military press and the log press. And then I just start kind of moving over towards the next implement at that point in time. It really helps to get the body moving to do all this kind of stuff and get myself ready for the real weight that I'm going to be pushing out over here. So even with the log, I'm already moving up over to 135 pounds, which isn't heavy, obviously, but it's getting my body used to the movement here.
gotta say so far, I'm warming up pretty good. I'm not feeling too terribly sick. I'm still a little sniffly, but that's fine. But I got 185 pounds on the log right now and 115 on the military press. So I'm just kind of going back and forth on it for a second. So this is going to be my last warm up with the log. We're hitting 185. After that, I'm jumping to my working weight, which is going to be 205 pounds. And I'll probably do that 2 for 3 sets, or 3 reps for 2 sets. Maybe I'll do a little bit more if I'm feeling just a little bit juicy after that. And then I'll switch over to the military press after that. And then just bang out the rest of my shoulders at that point. There's a couple of more accessories for that, but that's another video at another time. So let's crank out the last of this log and see if I can hit that now that I feel like I've mostly recovered from my last week of illness. Okay, so 185 is my last warm-up set for that log over there. It didn't feel too bad, actually. So I already went ahead and jumped it up to 205 pounds. So I'm going to try that for 2 more sets at 3 reps, and then we'll see how I can get. But so far I'm feeling pretty good. I'm kind of blowing my nose a lot between sets. So I'm still a little bit congested, but it feels like I'm just getting out the residual effects of being sick out there. So I'm still going to push myself because I have to, right? I got to make sure that I'm still making the gains that I need to make so I can really push some numbers that I need to do in December. So let's get under that log once again and see if I can push that 205 for a couple of reps. Goddamn. That wasn't so bad. I lied. Could have been better. But I still gotta hit it one more time for 3. I think my form was just a little bit off there, like I wasn't getting under it properly enough, but I'll just do it again. You know, make those micro adjustments that I need. So 1 more of these, and then I get under that barbell behind me and start doing some military presses. And then after that, we'll go into the Viking presses that are afterwards. So I can really build everything going on over there. So let's get to the last one. Whew. Easy! Way better. Woo! Way better. Well, I was definitely correct. I thought about my form on that last one. It wasn't coming up pretty easy. Or the first time I did 205. Second time I did 205, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not under it properly. Once I did that, weight shot right up. I could have done probably another 2 more reps of that if I really thought about it, but I'm not trying to overdo it right now. I'll probably spend next week really overdoing my workouts, but now the pain in the ass process of putting this log away and then getting under that bar, which I loaded 135 pounds on. I wish I could 315 overhead.
Now with the military presses, unlike the log press where I'm trying to use explosive movements, I'm actually making sure to use nice, steady, controlled movement during the pressing and during the control on the way down back over towards my chest. So every single rep you see here, I'm making sure to slowly move the weight back down over towards my chest before pressing it out for another rep.
So I'm gonna do 3 more sets of this and a couple of accessories to help build my shoulder strength. So we're just gonna go ahead and skip ahead to the Viking presses that I'll be doing in a couple of days from now and see how the video goes from there. But I'm pretty happy. 205 in a log, especially after the last week I've been having. Feels pretty good to do that again. So keep lifting, y'all. And I'll see you in a couple of days.